Hello and good morning, everybody. How are you? Sorry, I'm a bit delayed, aren't I? It's 1 minute past. I hope you're all well. It's lovely to see you and welcome. If this is your first time, I'm going to say a little hello to Kate, who's just sent me a text message. Hello, Kate. Lovely to have you here. And if it's not your first time, thank you for sticking with me through the lockdown. This has been quite a ride, hasn't it, for us all? So we're now this is my 11th live today. I can't believe it. So I've been doing it 3 months now, which is amazing. And I'm trying to come up with new and interesting things every week for you. So as you know, this is a very special one today. So before we start, I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat. I'm not going to talk for too long because I really want to get into our exercise. And I'm just doing quick hellos. So hello, Virgo, Alison, Judy, Erica in Australia. Oh, it's evening over there. How lovely in the Gold Coast. Wonderful. Morning, Anna. Kathy Pierce. Hello, Kathy. Tony. Lovely. Jane. Oh, my God, there's so many. Do you know what? There are 140 of you now online. So I'm just going to say a big hello to you all. Thank you for coming. So I'm going to do questions at the end. So if any of you have Pilates related questions, then the absolute best time to get the answers is when I'm here today live, because I just need to flag up with you all that I do try and answer everything, all your messages, but I'm getting about around 100 messages a day now through all the different places: email, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I just can't keep up with them all now. So I'm going to try and do more of the answering when we're live, and hopefully that'll help make it more manageable for everyone. So any questions, save them to the end, or you'll see on the chat there's Kerwin Hack. It's got like a little spanner next to it. Kerwin is actually my husband, and he will help with the questions. So if you have a question, you can pop it off and he's going to write it down and he'll bring it into me at the end of our session. All right, so that said, we are going to do a bone building exercise routine today. Maybe not quite what you think, but I'm not going to say too much other than if you do have osteoporosis or osteopenia, I am going to make the assumption you have had a diagnosis and you've already been recommended what to do, so you have some knowledge of it. So today's not really about explaining all of that, because as you know, I'm a Pilates expert, but I'm not a medical expert. So I know the right exercises to do for it, but in terms of the actual condition, you would need to make sure you talk to your doctor about that or refer to one of the societies. There is a society called the Royal Osteoporosis Society who are very good. So you could get in contact with them if you need very detailed information. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a routine that's basically a bone building routine. So to keep bone and to build bone, we need to do weight bearing. Weight bearing is so important. Okay, so weight bearing is everything from walking to skipping, jumping, all that kind of stuff. So you need to be doing weight bearing because you need that impact, yes, to make the bones build more bone. Does that make sense? So that's a really important thing to consider. So if you're not someone that's kind of out running, jumping, all that kind of stuff, you can go walking, and that is great. All right, so do bear that in mind because you do need to have that in your routine. And then a couple of other things I should talk about during the exercise, but people will know that, people who've got osteoporosis, what you'll see with an older person is they're going to be slightly rounded, okay? And generally that happens to us all, but it can be very extreme with osteoporosis. So there are certain things we don't do, and we don't do this movement, basically. So there'll be no flexion in the class today. If you don't have it, then you can kind of maneuver your way into exercises, but I'm going to do it with the assumption that I am working with someone who's got osteoporosis, all right? And then you can take from that what helps you, and we'll take it from there. All right, so that said, let's get on with it, shall we? So we're going to start with, I've got my little notes down here. We're going to start with some standing work. So you're going to come and stand up. I'm coming behind my mat just so you can see me. All right, we do a little bit of standing, a little bit of lying down. All right, so let's have the feet hip width apart. And we can have the hands on the hips. And the first thing we're going to do is just work the ankles. So we're just going to lift the foot up and place it down. Other foot up and down. So a little flex. So this is a prep for jumping, actually. And down. So flex and down. Flex and down. So standing nice and tall. So think of that posture, yeah, because that really helps. And down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Now we're going to do circles. So you're going to bring the heel up. You're just going to circle the ankle round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Place it down. Let's do the other side. So we're going out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so from here we're going to do some knee bends. I'm going to go sideways because we're going to assume we're not bending the spine. So think bottom out, bend and up, bend and up, bend and up. Good, so we want those knees parallel to each other. We want the toes forward, knees going over the toes, sitting the bottom back. Yes, so we're really working the lower back here as well as the legs and the glutes. Bend and up, bend and up. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do a lift up onto the heels. So a little lift up and lower down. Yes, lift up and lower down. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. One more time. Okay, second set of knee bends. I'm going to face you this time, bend and up. So to my knees, going over the toes. Make sure that they've got too wide. Bend and up, bend and up. Good, bend and up. So sitting back, we're going a little faster. I'm going to get that heart rate up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Onto the toes, lifting up and down, up and down. Good. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 3 more. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Last one, lift and lower. Now I want you to lift those heels up a little bit, like a centimetre. So the heels are just off the ground. All right, you can have the hands on the hips. And we're going to start to bend the knees now. So we're going to bend. I'm going to do some little pulses here. So we're going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hopefully you're feeling a little shaky in the legs. All right, you're going to hold it there for a moment. Try and hold that position for 3, 2, 1. Lifting up and lowering down. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling that here. And that's all prep for a little bit of jumping. So what we're going to do now is just start to work the knees. We're going to lift the knees up and up, up and up. So if you hear me huffing and puffing, don't worry. It's just me getting out of breath. And up, lift and up. Well, hopefully you can hear my feet hitting the ground. I am deliberately being noisy to create that impact as you go down, yeah? This is what helps the bones. Down, down, and down. Down, 2. That's it, keep going now, swinging the arms. A little bit faster. That's it, good. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, so from here, we're going to do a little bit of jumping. All right, so we're going to start by just bouncing the knees. All right, I want the heels coming off the floor. And then here we go, I'm going to go into some jumping. You ready? Let's do it. And a little jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just swing your arms out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3, 2, 3, 4. You're just going to keep going, all right? So your heart rate's up. We're getting that little bit of impact in the bones. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10. 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do is a little wiggle, little rotation. Good. Keep jumping if you can. You're going to be out of breath. You just keep going. This is really good for your bones. Remember. That's it. And twist. Little twist. That's it. Good. Keep going. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, so keep jumping in the middle. Now we're going to go side to side. That's it. Keep going. Jump. Are you still with me? Yeah, and side. That's it. Good. Jump. I really like this. It's nice if you have music on. You can do this again. Put music on next time with it. All right. Slowing it down. All right. And just go side to side, leg to leg. That's it. Good. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And just walking it out. Hopefully you are as out of breath as I am. All right, so just walking it out, slowing down. Take some deep breaths. 2 and 1. Well done. All right, let's have those legs wide. And we're going to be parallel. So you'll know this from one of my other videos. All right, so we're just letting the heart rate come down. All right, so we're just doing a little cool down. So we're going to go over to the side and back, other side and back. So a little lunge and lunge. Good, so just taking it slow. And lunge, this is still weight bearing. All right, we're taking the impact out. But we are still weight bearing. Over. Remember that back is straight. Yeah, we're not leaning forward, we're not rounding. Hand back. You're going to try and go from side to side. That's it. Good. And if you want to, just swing those arms, little swing of the arms. That's it. Good. And swing, and swing, and swing, and swing. Just take some deep breaths so your heart rate comes down. Good. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come on up. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see me. You're going to put your right foot forward, hinging from the hip, keeping that back straight. So think of a hinge like that. So you're now feeling that calf stretch. All right. And now I want you to go a little bit deeper if you can. See if you can go a little bit lower and extend that stretch a little bit higher up the leg. And coming up and changing sides. So left foot forward. Think of hinging from the hips. So hinging, no bending of that back. All right. So people always think if you're doing a osteoporosis safe workout, it's easy. It's not any easier. You're just adapting the exercises. That's what we do a lot in Pilates, is we adapt them to suit the condition or the person. All right, let's go a bit deeper into that stretch now if we can. Well done, you're going to come on up. Now I want you to find a wall, a chair or something to hang on to, and then take the foot behind you. Luckily, I've got a wall right here. So foot behind you, draw the knee down, and then think about it going back slightly so you're feeling the stretch in the front of the hip. All right. If you're super flexible, I mean, you can take it as wherever you want to go. All right. Just make sure you're tucking under slightly. Well done. Then let's do the other leg. All right, so take the foot behind you. And then you're going to draw that knee back. Good. And relax down. Good. Give everything a little shake out. All right, so we're going to come down onto our mats now. So if you don't have osteoporosis, you can just get down on your mat. If you do, this is the way you can do it. So you come forward onto your mat and you'll bring yourself down onto your knees first. All right, then you're going to go down, sit the hip down, and you're going to go sideways. All right, now I've got this here as a prop just to show some of you. So when you're lying down, so you're going to roll onto your back, yeah? When you're lying down, if you find your neck feels really strained, so if you've got a rounded upper back, you might find you're kind of in this position, then it's better to get the cushion and to put it under your head. And if you want to try that today anyway, try it, because it's a really nice way to kind of feel some of these exercises. It takes the strain out of the neck. So you can have the cushion there if you want to. All right. So I'm going to pop it away because I don't need it, I don't think. All right, but we're going to be here. So very important, we do not want to flex the spine. So we don't do a pelvic curl. We're going to do a straight lift up. So you're going to bring your hands down by your side. You're going to bring your feet closer to your body. You're going to take a breath in and you're going to breathe out and press straight up. So there's no movement going on. There's no flexion going on in the spine. All right. And then you're going to inhale to lower down. So we're going to exhale, lift, and inhale, lower down. You're going to exhale, lift, and inhale, lower down. Exhale and lift, and inhale, lower. I don't know about you, but I'm very warm. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, and lower. So this is really strengthening legs, bottom, but also lower back muscles. And down, lift, and down, and one more lift, and down. Well done. So from here, we're going to do the 100 exercise, which is an exercise that is much dreaded in my regular classes, but we're going to do it with our approach today. So it is an abdominal exercise. So what we're going to do first of all, in fact, let's pull the right knee into the chest for a moment and send that left leg out. Let's just do a little stretch here first. So we're going to take a breath in and then we're going to breathe out and draw that knee into the chest. Inhale and release, and exhale, draw it into the chest. Inhale and release, and exhale, draw it in. And release. Bring the other leg in and send that leg out. Let's just switch those legs. So deep breath in, and then exhale, draw it in. Inhale and release. Exhale and draw in. Inhale and release. And exhale to draw in. And release. Now you're going to bring both knees in. So the way we do the 100 is we don't lift the upper body, but we're still working the legs, the core, the back, everything but the area around the neck and the upper back, all right? So you're going to keep your head down and you're going to take your hands down and you're going to decide whether you feel comfortable with your legs in a tabletop position. You want to feel that it's challenging you here in your lower abdominals, but what you don't want is the knees going away tipping and you coming into an arch back. Can you see? So those knees must be right above the hips. Now, if that's challenging already, you stay in that position. If you want more, you can take the legs up. That's more challenging. All right, checking that you're not arching the back. And then if you want to work harder still, you can have the legs out here. In fact, you can take them as low as you want, but making sure you're not arching. So when I get to there, I start to arch. So for me, this is a good position, and it's really challenging to hold it with my abdominals. All right, so what you're going to do is take your position, and we're going to raise the arms up. And they're really strong, the arms. If you've not done this before, you need to think about the breathing. What we do is we inhale for 5 counts, and then we exhale for 5 counts. The exhale in Pilates is when you engage the core. So that exhale, you want to feel your whole abdominal wall pulling inwards and slightly upwards. So it's very, very challenging. And whatever you do, don't let your back flex. So in other words, don't let the back go into the mat, and don't let it arch. You've got to hold it in the middle, and that's where the core work comes in. All right, so let's give it a go and see how we are. So we've got our leg position. We are going to raise our arms up, and we're going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, last time, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. How did you do? Hopefully that was okay. So you're going to bring the knees into the chest. So take a deep breath in. Then you're going to exhale, pull both knees to the chest. Inhale, little release. Exhale, pull the knees to the chest. Inhale, little release. And one more. Exhale, knees to the chest. And release. Continuing with abdominal work, you're keeping your head down. You're going to send the left leg out and bring the right knee towards you. I want that left leg at about 45 degrees. And again, don't let your back be pressing into the mat. You want to feel you're in a neutral hold of that spine. Okay, and we've got our elbows lifted slightly because I want to get a little bit of work in the arms and shoulders. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to exhale to switch the legs. And really stretch that leg out. Deep breath in, exhale to change. And change a little bit faster. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in. Come back to tabletop position. And our next exercise is going to be the double leg stretch. That was a single leg stretch. Double leg stretch, you're going to inhale to take your arms overhead and your legs in the opposite direction. You've really got to control the core here. Then you exhale, circle the arms and pull the knees back into the chest. So it's inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Well done. From there, let's take the feet down. Just keep it on the time. We're going to go on to our side. All right, so side position. This is same for everyone, whether you have osteoporosis or not. We're going to lie on our side, bottom arm out, feet slightly forward, head resting on your arm, and you can have your hand here or you can have it in front. If you want a challenge, put your hand here, all right, because this is about trying to balance on the side and work all these muscles all around here. So you're going to take a breath in and you're going to breathe out and try and float those legs up without falling over. So staying balanced on your side, really scooping in here, but think of a nice long line through the body. Then you're going to inhale, lowering towards the floor, but not touching it. Exhale, try and come back up. Inhale, lower, and exhale up. Inhale, lower, and exhale up. Good, lower, and up. Lower, and up. Good. lower and up, lower and up. We're going to do 2 more, lower and up, and lower and up. Now hold it here. We're going to try and pulse up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring those legs down. So we've got one foot on top of the other. You're going to bring this hand forward, push yourself up onto your elbow. And we're going to try and keep that foot position. We're going to have the elbow right underneath the shoulder. So we're going to work through here and also through here as well. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a breath in, you're going to breathe out and lift up. And inhale, come down. You can find this is quite challenging. Lifting up and inhale, lower. Exhale to lift and inhale, lower. Exhale to lift and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're going to do 2 more. Lift and lower. Now you're going to lift. You're going to try and hold it there. See if you can bring your arm up and also see if you can bring your leg up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. Bring the arm down. Come on down. Try not to collapse. And then let's do the other side. So all of that side work on this side, okay? So we're just coming down onto our side. Feet slightly forward. All right, and then hand can be here or here. So I have a little bit of scoliosis in my spine. So on this side, I have a little bit of help. I put my hand down. But if you want to, put your hand here. So deep breath in, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, but don't touch the floor and lift back up. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it here 10 pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Well done. Let's come on up onto the elbow. Okay, so we're on the elbow and we've got our feet one on top of the other. We're trying to lift up and try and draw that top shoulder back. Okay, so we're working all under here. Arm here, breathing out, lift. Breathe into lower. Exhale to lift. And inhale to lower. Good. Exhale, lift. And lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. Good. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Last 2. Lift. And lower. And lift. This is when it gets challenging. Let's bring the arm up. See if we can bring the leg up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg down. Arm down. Body down. Very good. So coming up, and what we're going to do is turn around. So we're going to be in a kneeling position. We're going to lift up and we're going to hinge at the hip so we can come into our kneeling position here. All right. So with this position, we definitely do not want to be doing cat stretch. All right. We won't be doing that today. We're going to think of elongating the spine. We're going to tuck the toes under, keeping that spine straight. We're going to exhale, lift. So there's lots of core work in this. And inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. Lift. And again, we're weight bearing. Very good for the bones. And 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Coming down. And from here, what I want you to do is slide your right arm and your left leg along the floor. Exhale, lifting up into a balance. And we're going to lower down and come back to center. Then the other side. Inhale, extend, and exhale to lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, return. Good. Inhale, extend, and exhale to lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, return. Keep going, extend, and lift, and lower, and return. Extend, and lift, and lower, and return. Extend, and lift, and lower, and return. All right, we're nearly out of time, so what I want you to do is take your knees back and bring yourself down onto the floor. And we're just going to finish with a really important strengthening exercise for your upper back. So you're going to have your elbows bent out to the side. Hopefully you can see me okay. And you're going to tuck your chin slightly, have your feet slightly apart. All right, and then we're going to inhale and just try and raise the upper body and the arms. So it looks like this. Inhale and exhale to lower down. And what I want you to make sure is as you lift, you don't thrust the chin forward. So you keep that chin tucked slightly, and then we lift and we lower. We lift and we lower. Good, lifting up and lower down. Lifting up and lower down. Lifting up and lower down. One more. Lift and lower. Now leave the hands there and see if you can lift both legs up and lower them down. Both legs and lower down. So we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. And if you want to, should you try and put it together? We'll just do 4. Here we go, lifting everything. Lift and lower down. Lift and lower down. Lift and lower down. And last one, lift and lower down. Well done. So to come out of that, you're going to come onto your side and you're going to bring yourself up this way, okay? So coming up, turning around. We're just about out of time. So should we just do a quick stretch? We're just going to bring the right foot forward. All right, make sure the foot is forward of the ankle. And then we're going to do a little lunge. All right, so nice lunge just to feel that lovely stretch down through here. You can even lean on that leg if you want to. It feels quite nice, quite cash, isn't it? Leaning on your knee like that. All right. Well done. Coming back. And then changing legs. So other leg forward. All right. And then when you're ready, leaning into it. And just getting that nice stretch. So it's just cooling that body down now. Well done. Coming back, and then to come up from here, if we're assuming we've got osteoporosis, you're just going to step forward and come up to standing. All right, we're just going to shake out those arms, shake out those legs. All right, and that's you done for today. So that was your osteoporosis safe workout. But as you probably felt, it was really good for boosting your metabolic rate. Really good for kind of that impact work. And so cardiovascular work is what I'm trying to guess out, still out of breath. And we did a lot of work for the back of the body, which is really important. Yeah, strengthening here, and all the back of the shoulders and the neck. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to come and chat now. So if you have any questions, now's your time. And I'm just going to have a quick look through the feed, just see how everyone's doing. Oh, wow, it was about 300 of you did that. So that's amazing. Very good. So I'm just going to go from the bottom. Virgo. Oh, here's my husband with notes. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear. Okay, Diane, strengthening legs and balance suggestions. Sorry, Virgo, I'll come back to you in 2 ticks. Okay, so a lot of the work we just did, especially the beginning, was strengthening work for the legs and balance suggestions. So I would say, Diane, any of my standing warm-ups, that includes the seniors and the non-seniors, All the standing warm-ups are absolutely brilliant for leg strength, glute strength, which is really important, yes, because they are the top of the legs, lower back, and for balance. So all my standing workouts, any one of those will be good for that, and I would say do them all. I also wanted to say to anyone who's a senior who's been doing them for a while, you can go and do the other standing workouts. They're going to be fine for you. If you feel comfortable with the senior workouts and you've got your balance and your balance is fine, go try another one and, you know, see how it goes. All right. Cheryl says, you've been my mainstay during lockdown in Melbourne, Australia. Oh, well, thank you, Cheryl. That's really lovely. And I'm going to stick around. So if you want to continue with me, you're really, really welcome to do so. It's lovely to have you here. Hello, Malcolm and Susan. Gordon in Spain. Golda, is that from Totteridge? Hello. Beer in South Africa. Mary in Kildare. We're international again, aren't we? Nicola H. Hello, Nicola. Is that Nicola H who used to come to classes, I think? Yes, hello. Sandra, you love my classes. Great. Thank you, Sandra. Alison in Tasmania. Hello, Alison. I hope everything's going okay over there. Mary wants to know if you have other cardio. Wants to know if other cardio, or is it down to diet to stay trim? That's such a good question, Mary. Yeah, a lot of people ask me this. They think that if they increase their exercise, it's going to dramatically change weight. And this is really, really important message. And every physical trainer, PT person will tell you the same. To lose weight, it is 80% what you're eating, 80% diet, 20% exercise. So if you think about how the body works, muscles burn more calories than fat. So being more muscular or having more muscle tone will burn more calories. So that's quite a small differential, but an important one, right? And it's also important to better move well. So that's really, really key. And yes, you must keep doing the exercises. And I'm really happy that you're with us, Mary. Keep doing them. But the mainstay of weight loss will always be diet. And I'm sure you all know this because you're all clever and you all read papers and stuff, but sugar is the main culprit, and sugar is in lots and lots of things. So trying to reduce the sugar in your diet, and I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm just telling you my own experience. If you need really, you know, the right guidance on that, you might be wise to start looking up nutritionists, etc., or look on nutritional guides. But reducing sugar, certainly for me, has made the biggest difference. And that's sugars that are added sugars, but also sugars that are natural sugars. So I don't have tons and tons of fruit. I tend to eat more vegetables because they've got more nutrients in, they've got more fiber in, and they have less sugar in. So I would say keep going with the exercise, but maybe have a look at what you're eating and when you eat, and the amount you eat. I mean, the easiest, I haven't got my plate with me, but there's a great plate that I've got. But the easiest way to remember is for protein, you don't want bigger. If you like a dinner plate, yeah, protein, you don't want more than the size of the palm of your hand as your protein. And then you want equal size, more or less, of carbohydrates. Yeah, so that's half the plate, and the rest of the plate should be vegetables. So you might want to look at reducing the portions as well. That often really helps, just bringing the portions down. So I hope that helps a little. Right, sorry, I'm going to go back to Virgo. I'm really sorry, Virgo, because I was about to talk to you, wasn't I? So Virgo, curvature is in your lower back. So find the last exercise impossible. Could we have a class like this, but for lower back curvature? Yeah, is your curvature a lordosis? As in, that's what I need to know, Virgo, and I will sort that out for you. Lordosis means the back is kind of really arched this way, or it could be that the curvature is that way, and it would depend on which way it goes as to how we would work with that. But absolutely, I'm always happy to do classes. And what I was going to say, I will do a vlog about it, is that I'm going to try and do more vlogs and classes now, because I've been spending so much time writing messages and replying to everyone. I haven't been able to do the content. And I think it's more important, I think, for you guys, isn't it, is that you get the content so you can see the things that are going to help you. So that's what I'll do. Fabulous. Pauline, Oh, hello, Pauline Hallmark. Welcome. You're new to my classes. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. And yeah, I do lives every Friday, Pauline, but I've got a whole backlog of exercise videos now. So do go and try them and see what you think. Jenny, good morning, Jenny. Jenny's a friend of mine. She's a fabulous stylist, lives in London. Hello, Jenny. Lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for the message. JMK, love that one. Realise you've got strong legs but weak arms. Yeah, I know, these are funny, isn't it? We do our exercises and we suddenly realise things that we didn't know about ourselves. Me too. Like, I've just realised I haven't done cardio for ages. I was quite out of breath, so I need to increase my cardio a little. So yeah, good. That's good, and that's what it's all about. JMK is learning about your body and thinking, oh, okay, I need a little tweak there. I need to work on that, or oh, I need to do that. And that's how we roll, basically, isn't it? Cheryl, yes, it was quite hard work, wasn't it, Cheryl? Me too. I think we all need a little bit of cardio in our lives, but then we've all been locked down for 3 months, so it is going to have changed quite dramatically if we haven't been out doing stuff. So, but well done. Glad you enjoyed it, Cheryl. Sarah, hello, Sarah Balston. Oh, glad you enjoyed it. And I'm always like to say hello to everyone. Thank you very much for coming indeed. Alexandra, oh, before I forget, if anyone needs to go, before you go, can you press the thumbs up button? You can see it in the top of your screen there, just because that really helps with my kind of YouTube presence. And if you can subscribe as well, that would be really fantastic. All right, so if you do need to go while I'm chatting to people, please do the thumbs up before you go, because that really helps me, and it will help me eventually make money from doing this, because as you know, I do it for free because I love you all, but I'd love to make a living out of it. So here we go. Alexandra, you've got a curvature, you've got osteopenia. Okay, cow and cats, and that's really interesting. So osteopenia is a really is kind of means you're borderline, Alexandra. So I have a couple of people who come to my classes who also have osteopenia, and they do CAT. And I think what I would say is, I mean, it's a really difficult one, and I'm not a medical person, so I don't feel I can say, yes, do it, or no, don't do it. I think you have to listen to your body. If you have been diagnosed, then you will have some guidance from that, but also go to the Royal Osteoporosis Society website and have a look at their guidance. I have people that do cat and cow. Cow is the arching of the back, isn't it, in yoga? It's when you go the other way. So that's great. That's what you need to do. So if you've got osteoporosis, it means your spine is curving this way. So anything that takes you that way, brilliant, do it, fantastic. What you need to be mindful of is when you are tucking, this is what you don't want to be doing, is that big tuck under. And the reason is that generally with osteoporosis, the fractures happen in the front of the spine. Okay, and that's where the issues are. It's also the same with people who have disc problems. So if you're tucking your bottom under, what you're doing is you're compressing your vertebrae one against the other. Now, if they are at risk of fracture, you are increasing the load on them. Does that make sense? Whereas if you're going that way, you are increasing the space between them. So I would say, you know, really enjoy the cow part, the extension part, and be very, be very careful with the cat. I wouldn't do it too extreme. You know, I wouldn't do any big, that kind of movement. Maybe try a little tuck and just see how it feels. All right, but the cow part, anything extending, so that's arms going up, back going in that direction, that's really good for you. I hope that answers your question. Susan Lawton. Hello, Susan. I'm just reading. Side work, you find it sore on the side of the body is resting on the mat. Oh, love from Spain and 2 dogs. Well, love to Spain and the doggies. Yes, the side work, this does come up quite a lot. That is just physiology. So what that means is that where your hip bone is, when you're lying on your side, the bone is right underneath you, and it's really uncomfortable, isn't it? So just get a pillow, get something like this, or a jumper, put it under the hip, and you should be good to go. All right, just find something that cushions it sufficiently that you don't feel sore, and then you can do the exercise, because the exercise is good for you because it really strengthens the side of the body. Good. I hope that helps. Joan, you're fully awake. Yes, good. Glad to hear it, Joan. Yes, that's what we need, isn't it? Lovely. Anne from London. Hello, Anne. Great workout. Thank you. Found the jumping very hard as well as the side planks. Is there a way to start small and build up? Yes, Anne. In a simple answer, definitely. Don't do the jumping for now if it doesn't feel right for you. What I would recommend is go and look on my channel and do the standing workouts. All the standing workouts are prep for jumping because they work the knees, the ankles, the thighs, the hamstrings, the hip muscles. So you can do those. Anything, you know, like at the beginning when we were doing the knee bends, you know, where you're not jumping, you're just doing the knee bends, you can do those. You can also do walking through the feet, you know, this kind of thing. So you're just, rather than jumping, you're just kind of doing it more like this and just softening through the knees, that kind of stuff, that will get you started. And then just build up to it. And, you know, that's the way to do it. Well done. All right, I hope that helps you. Kathy Pierce, you need a rest. Well done. All right, well, very good. Yeah, I need a rest as well. It's quite hard work, that, wasn't it? Good stuff. Hey, Chrissy. Loved it. You're still puffing. Well done. So when you get out of breath, that's a really interesting point to make, actually. When you get out of breath, it's not a bad thing. I think, and I'm not assuming you're all older, I'm going to speak for myself, but the people that I've met who are older, who come to classes, worry. Some of them really worry about being out of breath. Being out of breath is not bad. You know, what should happen is you work your body, your heart rate goes up, which is a good thing because that's exercising your heart and your lungs, your cardiovascular system, and then your heart rate comes down. All right, so being out of breath, and then you'll see right now, so you'll see your breath is coming back to normal. Some of you might already be back to normal speaking, yeah? So that is, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, but just at a manageable level. But you do want to think about trying to get out of breath. So, you know, if you go walking, you know, walk up that hill and really push yourself, make yourself get a little bit out of breath, because that's really helping your cardiovascular system. And you need that as well as the muscle strengthening work that we do in Pilates. So it's a combination of the two is really good. And for me, I think very good combinations are walking and Pilates. That works really well. But if you're older and you have any kind of bone issues, that's a great one to do. But cycling, those of you who are happy to running, you know, just don't run on concrete, run on grass. It's my main thing there. But anyway, I digress. Mark, hello, Mark. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh no, if you've got yeah. Okay, yes. Well, yeah, if you've got disc issues, then that's not a good thing, is it? Oh, I'm sorry about that. You've had disc problems this week. Okay, so it sounds to me like you need to do some very, very simple work. I would say, Mark, maybe try some of the standing work over the weekend that doesn't involve flexing, because when you've got disc issues, much like osteopenia, there's a similar contraindications. The one is flexing the spine, as in going down this way. So maybe do some standing work, get things moving without going into that area where you've got the pain. Okay, Margaret. Hello, Margaret Scott. Which of your videos is best for 60 plus with no core flexibility and osteoarthritis? Okay, well, great question, Margaret. So osteoarthritis is very painful, I know. And one of the things that I always recommend to people who've got osteoarthritis is just to really listen to your body, because my understanding is that you can come in waves. One day you feel okay, next day you've got a lot of pain. So the days you have pain, you want to be doing very gentle, stretching based exercises, or nice, easy, you know, like some of my standing for seniors where you're doing lovely side stretches and things like that. That's really, really good to do. The days where you're feeling a bit more robust, then those days you could go and do some mat work. And that's what I would suggest, is mix between the two. In terms of your age and your core, I'm assuming you mean core strength, right? So what I would suggest is, why don't you look for now at the senior Pilates mat work exercises, because doing some core work is really important, and any kind of arthritis really does benefit from improved muscle strength. Yeah, because arthritis affects the bones, but if the muscles are strong, they support the bones. So getting muscular strength all over your body, arms, shoulders, tummy, bottom, legs, calf muscles, is all good. And what I would say, Margaret, is you could do, it sounds like you're doing quite a lot already, so do the seniors ones. If you've already done those and you kind of want to try something new, try another one of the standing exercises that's not listed as a senior, and then any of the short workouts that are 10 minutes long that are beginners. I don't know if you've done my beginners tutorial, Margaret, but that would really help you. It's broken down into 10-minute segments, and there's part 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the tutorial. So it's a really nice slow pace. You can take it as it suits you. Have a look at that, because that one you could do over and over. And when you've got a little bit more core strength, you could maybe go into one of the others. I hope that helps. So let's say try the beginners tutorials 1 to 4 and look at all the seniors, do all of those. And then if you feel you want some variety on top of that, try another standing workout. All right. Hope that helps you. Alexandria, hello, phew and wow. It was unexpected, wasn't it? I know. I was thinking all week, oh, shall I do this? Shall I add in this jumping stuff? But yeah, a really good one to do. So maybe after today, you've all done it. You know how it feels in your body. See how you feel in the next couple of days. And if you feel good, go back and do it again, because that little bit of jumping is just good for your bones no matter what. All right. Hello, Sally Ann. You're still breathing hard. Okay, well, that's okay. That's good. That's really, really good. It means your body's working well. So well done. Thank you very much for joining me. Sylvia, I'm just getting to the bottom of the chat now, because I am going to sign off shortly. So I just want to see if there's any other burning questions. Where are we? Wow, there's so many people have written in. Sylvia, oh, you've been unfurloughed. Well, I hope that's good news for you, Sylvia Mears. I hope you can keep up with the offline courses. Thank you so much for this class. It's helped my back and also osteopenia. So today was a bonus. Oh, I'm really happy, Sylvia. Well, look, Sylvia, it's been lovely to have you here. I'm really happy that you're able to go back to work. That's wonderful, isn't it? Life getting back to normal. And I'll still be here online. So, you know, if you are working and you can't be with us at 10, then you can always catch up later in the day or on the weekends. And I'll still be uploading content. So don't worry about that. I won't be going anywhere. I hope everything goes really well for you, Sylvia. Good luck with going back to work. Terry, okay. How often to see a difference in my body appearance? Okay, so really, again, a really good question. And people ask me this one. This is probably one of the most common questions with exercise across the board. How long to see a difference? Generally, what I say is, if you want to see a difference quickly and your body can do it, you want to be working out 3 to 4 times a week for at least half an hour. All right, that generally is what you need to do. And you want to set yourself a goal of doing that for about 10 weeks. And what I suggest is, before you start, measure your body. So measure chest, waist, hips, around the thighs, etc. Measure everything. Yeah, so do it like a project. Have a little project book, put the measurements in, put the date, start it, and don't miss a workout. 3 to 4 times a week for 10 weeks, and then measure at the end. And what you'll find often is your shape has changed quite dramatically. Often people will see muscle tone improve, which I think is what you're asking me, isn't it, about muscle tone? Yeah, so all the work we do, I mean, Pilates is one of the most brilliant exercises, I've got to be honest, being slightly cheeky here, but for toning your bottom. It really does tone, because a lot of the exercises, you're weight bearing, so you're lying on the floor, lifting up, like the work we did today. A lot of that is leg and bottom, all right? So really, really good for that. So that's what I would suggest, is do a little project, give yourself 10 weeks, maybe give yourself 3 months, because I think what we don't want to do when we're trying to improve, I say improve, that's probably the wrong word, when we want to tone up our bodies or we want to change our body in some way, we put really unrealistic expectations on ourselves. And I've done it in the past myself. I used to be a dancer and give myself ridiculous expectations. And the thing is, you know, we only have this body. This is it. It is a gift, and we have to treasure it and we have to look after it. So that said, you know, think of it as a project, but don't put yourself under so much pressure to have to look a certain way. It's better you think, yeah, I'd like to tone up a bit, like to lose a few pounds. So I'm going to give myself 3 months to get to the first stage and have a little target that's realistic, that's achievable. All right, so achievable is improvement in muscle tone, yeah, and improvement in what do you call, like your measurements. You can definitely reduce a little bit around the waist, yeah, and your thighs also, you know, a lot of that work is going to be diet as well. All right, so I'm really waffling, aren't I? But what I meant to say is give yourself 3 months and do it 3 to 4 times a week. And you'll find that when you get into the routine of it, come 3 months, you're loving it so much, you'll just keep going. And the benefits are ongoing. You know, like even with me, I've been exercising my whole life. I still see benefits. It's not like you get to a plateau. You don't. You get to a certain level and then you think, okay, I'd like to be able to do this. Or my back started to ache a bit and I want to manage that. So I'm going to adjust my exercise. Yeah, it's ongoing. All right. So I hope that helped you. Tony, hello, Tony. Yes, I should have said support bras today, shouldn't I? Really sorry about that. Yes, I hope you don't mind. It's on the chat, so I'm going to read it out. So Tony's saying she's aware during menopause, bones are starting to weaken. Yes, very important for all women out there. You know, we do get bone loss, as I put in my piece on the, if you read what's at the bottom of this, you actually start losing bone loss from the age of 30. That's men and women. But women, it's a dramatic change when you go into menopause. So for men, they also lose their bone density. But for men, it's more, they sort of start here and it's a very slow decline for men. It sort of goes like that in the bone density. For women, you know, while you've got your estrogen, it's, you know, here, when you get a menopause, there's a dip. And it really is literally a dip like that. So, you know, pre-menopause, which really is anything from kind of 35 onwards, you should be thinking of doing more weight-bearing exercise to keep that bone density. And yeah, there's kind of, the jumping is a bit scary, isn't it? But it is the best way to do it. So keep that bone density. What I tend to do, this is my little secret, is I put some music on of an evening, like my favorite track, and I just jig around for 3 minutes, because most music tracks are 3 minutes. So that's what I do. I just think, try and do that, you know, once or twice a day. Makes you feel great anyway, because you like the music, but it's also really good for the bones. So yeah, so anyone out there who's kind of leading up to menopause, going through menopause, or post it, weight bearing, so important. So thank you for bringing that up, Tony. Really helpful. Hi to Pauline. Hopefully Max is watching too. Hello, Max. I hope you did it today. Tiona, great session. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you very much, Tiona. Tiona says, thanks, we'll carry on following you. You give out great advice. Well, that's what I hope to do, is I'm here to try and make you feel great about yourself, because you deserve it, all of you, okay? Ali, oh, hello, Ali. How lovely to have you. Ali Prentice is online. Ali's actually a nutritionist, a friend of mine. She's a very talented nutritionist. Lovely to have you here, Ali. Thank you very much for joining me today. Virgo, it's lordosis. Okay, all right. That's easier to deal with, Virgo, the lordosis. all the pelvic curls, all the exercises we do are really good for you. But I'll bear that in mind when we do our next session. Great. Okay, I'm going to sign off. I'm just looking at the bottom here. SG, thank you, Rachel. You've got me hooked. I've never done Pilates prior to this. Please keep going. I'm hoping to improve strength and flexibility. Hope to be stronger, Sangeeta. Thank you, Sangeeta. I will keep going. Don't you worry. I will absolutely keep going. Sanvi's, I'm going to say hi to Sanvi. I hope I pronounced that right. Monica, first time from Abergavenny. Hello to Abergavenny. Welcome, Monica. Oh, yes, please encourage all your friends to join us. I'm here every Friday at 10. All right, so we'll see you then. All right, I'm going to sign off now. I'm just going to say thumbs up. Thank you, Mark. Hello to Margaret Quinlan. You're going to repeat this during the week with your other half. Love it. Thank you very much. So I'm going to sign off for today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. You're all amazing. Keep up the good work, yeah? And I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.